Portrait Game Idols is really a good game to kill your times in a casual gameplay because we can easily play the game with one hand to navigate and control the whole game, or even just touch an auto button and let the game play by itself in AFK mode. Of course, this kind of game is the best time killer game to do multiple activities that you need to do in daily. Please help this video get 200 likes and comment on the next video's title. Top 10 Best Idle Portrait Games Gacha for Android iOS 2024. You can support this channel and send us a special thanks. Mythic Chronicles Isekai. Mythic Chronicles Isekai RPG. This is the best new portrait game RPG idle games for Android iOS 2024. I love how the graphics look really interesting. The characters' creations and the music backgrounds really hit me on JRPG vibes. The combat mechanism is fully idle. We can touch the auto and speed up the gameplay twice. It's up to you to play manual to unleash the skill based on the moments in the right timing. When we come into the PvP arena, we cannot touch anything. So we need to prepare our heroes first, like the equipment and level, just before we compete with the other players' teams to reach a top rank league of the PvP. Always arrange and placing the right position of your hero's type in the right lane, which like a tank, warrior or long range. So the enemy will lock into the front line first before landing a hit into a mage or archer class. There is a short storyline actually we can enjoy and skippable. This is the best RPG idle vertical or portrait game AFK for mobile 100%. Endless Great. Endless Great Pixel Saga. This game comes to mobile, then it get a high score in a few days. The game has a pixel art style graphic, but it's way more detailed if we compare with another pixel game. I really love how the characters design is pretty much like Far Cry profile designs. It's totally epic. The combat mechanism is fully auto. We cannot touch anything while in combat. The only thing we can do is prepare all of the hero while we are in the lobby and strengthen up the team's power so we can keep continuing the stages. Every hero will unleash the skill automatically in on idle mode. But when we face the boss monster, they will be able to unleash the skill as well with a high damage caused to our hero, always looting the gold and EXP that was available when we left the game in a few minutes or hours. Overall, I didn't find any male hero that was available to collect through summon features. This game is the best idle portrait games vertical with AFK gameplay for Android iOS 2024. Calamity Break. Calamity Break. Not many players notice if this game is playable right now, but not global release yet. You can get the game through Google by tapping the game's name, which this game is in beta testing now. It has an action hack and slash game and is able to navigate the D-pad, but I prefer to play the game in idle AFK, so I can freely let the game play by itself. In combat, we can unleash the skill by tapping the support allies. They will unleash the powerful skill to a random enemy, then join us in a combat for a few seconds. There are 5 allies that are available to pick into the hero skill set. They all will recharge the energy continuously by itself. Always level up your support allies and upgrade the star grade by descending system. I love how the gacha rate is pretty good and got 1 SSR hero and also 1 SR heroes on my first reroll, which is a pretty good rate in gacha. This is the best RPG idle game that is playable in vertical and portrait game RPG with a great anime visual character and very good skill showcase as well. One Piece Dream Pointer. One Piece Dream Pointer. This is the best anime One Piece game portrait RPG for mobile. The game has a turn-based system that allows you to play in a strategy-based game because we need to place 4 different cards in action to launch a higher damage deal. Every hero will have 4 energy bars that will be used for skill. The more powerful skill will consume more energy bars matter. In combat, we can switch the hero with another sub-hero and replace them in a battle. I really love that the hero has the same voiceover with the anime. Even the character's design is absolutely the same as well. The skill showcase will show us what the actual skill looks like. Many players thought it will become an open world by the trailer, but for me, this game's genre is good enough to kill our times with way more simplicity. The story is taking place from the beginning of One Piece game storyline, so we all will be so familiar. Best game RPG portrait idol for Android iOS 2024. Tower of God New World. Tower of God New World. I was shocked by the game's trailer. I thought the game will become a hack and slash, but then it's become an idle portrait game. I think the developers should create the actual gameplay footage to make the player realize and anticipate the game. But overall, I love how Tower of God New World has a high graphic visual at all. It's pretty good for a combat and skill visualizations. It has its own special skill effect, but you can skip the skill cutscenes to faster the combat and save your times. The whole gameplay is fully autoplay, which is an idle RPG portrait. The skill and also the basic attack will unleash automatically. Try to speed up the game to clear her tower stages faster. The gacha rate is really good. I got SSR Hero for free. It's good for a player to help growing in the early games. If you're looking for a high graphic portrait game RPG, then I will easily recommend this game as a AAA vertical games for mobile 2024. Souls. Finally, we have a new idle portrait game that does not come with an anime style. This game is pretty much like more western character design but in a chibi design. I love how every hero seems like a tough warrior. The combat mechanism is fully idle RPG games. We cannot control the skill because it will automatically unleash when the gauge meter reach 100% on every character. The gauge meter will slightly recharge every time we successfully land a hit into a random enemy. The game actually has a less features like the hero needs to gear up the strongest one. Level up the hero with an EXP potion will greatly increase your hero's power significantly. The combat has a top-down view perspective, so we will see the hero from their back body. I love when we unleash the ultimate skill. Sometimes it will show the special cutscenes as well. Best game RPG portrait for Android iOS 2024. This game is really good in graphic even if it's been exists for more than 2 years, but still has a lot of active players playing it until now in 2024. This is the best portrait game on mobile without any anime art style. I really love the visual game concepts. It has a futuristic ambience and cool music background, so beat and make the spirit up significantly. The combat mechanisms lets the player select a different enemy to aim and lock, so we can start on aiming the enemy from the weakest into the strongest one. I think this is the best tactic to win the combat. Make sure you understand the skill effect of each hero because it will make your team find a great advantage in every turn. Every hero will have 3 different actions, which are basic attack, ultimate skill, regular skill or buff skill. Be wise on picking the best action based on the situation. This light is the best portrait game idle for Android iOS. Sea of Clouds Infinite. This portrait game is one of the most anticipated games for every player who's looking for a vertical idle RPG gameplay. I love to see how the game has an actual character size and not a chibi style anymore. This is an online idle game, so every player can use the message chat world to chat with each other while the game plays by itself. Even sometimes we will see the other players' team fighting in combat. The combat mechanism is fully idle in RPG games, so the hero will attack automatically when the target comes closer. The skill will randomly unleash and we cannot aim the target. We will start on picking 4 different heroes, so we are only able to build up 1 hero on the teams. So it's up to you to pick a different jobs like warrior, magician, healer and assassins. But anyway, we will able to obtain those job classes on our team. Honestly, I feel like we can easily pass through the entry level. Even when we face the boss, only need 1 or 2 hits to clear the stages. Best portrait gacha games RPG for Android iOS 2024. Mythic Heroes Idle RPG. This game has an insane score on Play Store, which has been downloaded by 5 million players and consistently get a high score, which is 4.7 stars. This game is dominating the idle game portrait games on mobile because the developer easily give a free SSR hero. Just imagine I got 2 SSR heroes freely, which is Lubu and Zeus. Those heroes are way too overpowered. His skill can do a deadly single target, and also the Zeus can create a massive area of thunder strike that will deal many heroes. The graphics are superb for a gacha game. Actually, we can level up the hero by getting some EXP potions and level up the hero easily. The material of the equipment is affordable to obtain by killing the common monster, but also remember to do a daily dungeons to get a special items. Overall, I enjoy playing this game because the developer really help a lot of newbies player. I think those all are the reason why this game become the most played idle portrait games for Android iOS 2024. AFK Arena. AFK Arena. For my opinion, this game is the pioneer of successfully idle portrait games on mobile that playable in AFK. And after this game gets so much downloaded and become the most played idle portrait games, then many new games with the same genre coming up on mobile and really want to compete with it. The gameplay is absolutely easy to learn and play that makes the newbie easily learn it. The one thing that makes this game can exist for a long time is because the level of the difficulty on every stage is pretty balanced. It's become one of the best no pay to win gacha game idle in a vertical perspective. In combat, the hero will unleash the skill only once the gauge meter reach the limit. You must start playing this idle game right now. I Stand Alone Synergy. Bonus, I Stand Alone Synergy. As a bonus, I will put this game as the best portrait RPG on mobile that has quite realistic graphic in a small size game. It only costs 329 MB size, very small, and I'm pretty sure all phones can handle this game perfectly. In fact, it doesn't have any graphic option. The combat mechanism is we need to pick the action based on the energy we have. The energy will add +1 every time the turn is done. We will keep having a chance to action multiple times as long as the energy is left. In combat, the enemy and our hero can block the attack and avoid the incoming attack by dodging it. The game is full of storyline with so much dialogue you can enjoy. Best game portrait RPG for Android iOS 2024.